Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you two really cool teams you can use for this faction assault in the Hall of Guardians. One mythic and one no mythic. The no mythic team is a variation on a team I've used before, but that is when Charles O'Donnell was around and she was still useful. She's now utterly useless, so we need to change things up. So how would we change that team in Charles O'Donnell's absence? But we'll show that in just a second. But first of all, make sure you grab the tiers required. Tier 1, you get the Potion of Enchantment, which is really useful and enchants all your allies at the start of battle for this event only. But do bear in mind, if you have your Horde level in the Hall of Guardians at level 100 or more, you're already going to have a Potion of Enchantment stored, so no need to buy one from here. Unless you want to buy more tiers, in which case you do need to buy them in order, which you're going to want to do if you're going to want to pick up a cool weapon like the Guardian Crown. Very nice weapon indeed. Cleanse myself, gain magic-based life and armor, and move myself to the front. And it has some really good upgrades as well, including Peaceful, which silences the first enemy when cast. Silence troop can't collect mana, and they can't cast spells, so very good weapon indeed. Make sure you grab it if you have enough gems. Right, on to the fights. I'll show the non-mythic team first and the variation on the one when Charles O'Donnell used to be good, but very, very basic. Mang eliminates all armor from an enemy, deals magic +1 damage to them and gains attack equal to the armor eliminated. So really, really powerful on those delves with high level enemies. You get absolutely stacks of attack. You can get 1,000 attacks so easily, it is crazy. Not only does that make skull hits absolutely lethal, but it pumps up Gargoyle's damage through the roof at the same time, because his splash damage is boosted by all allies attack. And it also explodes 2 gems. And we need a lot of brown for this, so to guarantee a lot of brown, we can use Zernabog. Creates 10 brown gems and explodes the world of brown gems, or just gems in general. And Dust Plume really helps out conjure a dust storm when my turn begins. So we can be in Geomancer for this. Very, very nice class for this. Excellent for brown troops. Gain 1 life for each brown ally. Reduce damage from skulls by 50%. And all constructs start with 50% mana. Talent trees. We can have Impact. We will absolutely have that. Don't need to worry about that one there. Anti-magic sphere is good. Tactician, we'll have some of that. Rock solid, vital for this. Again, a barrier when matching brown gems. We do that constantly, so we pretty much constantly have a barrier with this. Even more bonus brown and fortitude. Right, so we'll just whiz through this really quickly, show how this is done. Then we'll show the mythic team, which is a nice variant on a way to go about it if you have mythic troops, or a particular mythic troop at least. So we'll just grab some stuff for our troops. Get your gargoyle up. Could have taken that skull hit then, but we can just kill with gargoyle anyway. Cast it in the middle. We're going to kill 3 troops at once. You can chuck on Medals of Seasons to bump up your attack for this. Really good for those skull hits, and when we get the gargoyles going. Right, so I'll just do these 2 battles, and I'll show it once in the delve on level 500, and I'll show the other team with the way we can go about it. So yeah, it's very, very straightforward on these. Ooh, that was weird. I'll start to cough at the same time. Very, very straightforward on these early levels. If you need a buff up in attack to guarantee your gargoyle does more damage, you can cast your Mang first. Just show how we do that anyway. I don't need to, but I'll just show it for effect. Let's grab some red. So if your gargoyle isn't doing a lot of damage, my boost is 158. That is plenty. But if you want more, you can kill an enemy or cast that upon them. Now doing 169. So it's not a huge pump up because the enemy isn't actually that powerful. It's actually more effective on the more powerful enemies, as we'll show now. Well, let's jump into the underworld, show how this team works. The horde level for this is 115. You don't need a particularly high horde level. It's one of the more easier ones to do with the Delve team, but let's just show how this works with this team. In Charles O'Donnell's absence, this time we're going to make sure we get cast on Mang first to get ourselves a nice attack boost, as well as buffing up our Zernabog. So let's collect some. Let's actually collect some purple, get our Zernabog cast straight away. Generate stacks of mana, look really, really cool. All those brown matches means we get a barrier straight away. Whatever we collect brown, we'll collect a barrier. So we're going to cast Mang on someone that's got a lot of armor. Let's cast that on them there. We've now gone up to 373 attack. Our gargoyle's now gone up to a boost of 245. But we want more than that, so let's cast Zernaborg again. There we go, let's got Mang up straight away. Let's cast Mang again on somebody we haven't taken away the armour from yet. Let's chuck it on the bottom troop. Now got 627 attack. We're now doing a boost of 331, but we can do better than that. Let's do that again just for laughs. Let's cast that now on that one because we haven't taken away their armour yet. We're now on 874 attack, and the gargoyle boost now is 415, which is a little bit nuts. Severe amounts of damage. Any skull hits are going to be absolutely lethal for the enemy. We can grab some of that because it's there. We can do that on them, get rid of them. And we can cast Gargoyle on the bottom troop and absolutely finish off the enemy. And absolute safety as well, because we get a barrier every single time we collect a brown, which is really nice. Right, let's skip forward and show that again. Then we'll do the same run, because it's only a very short run, this one. Using the other team I was going to show you, using the mythic troop. So let's chuck that on her. Benefit to that is it takes away her armour, stops her doing that triple damage. So really, really effective for this delve at the same time. There we go, there's that bonus skull damage. Bashing into them really hard. Second caster Mang, we've got 980 attack. Ludicrous. Let's cast them back to back. Let's cast Zernaborg. Oh, she tickled me. Let's get rid of them. Charge up our gargoyles. Oops, no, pressed the wrong button. And finish her off. This is level 500, by the way. This is like not the low level one. This is hard as it gets, and this is as easy as it is with this team. Merchant, what you got, matey boy? No. On your way. Right, let's see how this does on the hardest thing possible, the mythic room on level 500. It's going to be an absolute piece of cake, I can tell you that already. Let us grab some brown for ourselves. Let us get our Mang up. That is up next round anyway, so we'll just be patient and wait one more round. Let's cast Mang on this top troop because he's annoying. Didn't have the most armour, that one, the bottom troop did, but that is an annoying thing because inflict silence when enemies deal skull damage to me. You don't want that hindering you. So bizarrely, you don't actually want immediate skull hits with this. So now we'll cast that on them. We've got 1,000 attack already. Ludicrous. We can cast this on him straight away to get rid of him. Let's cast that gargoyle on the middle one. Do massive damage. Let's cast our Zernaborg. Generates stacks of mana. Normally we'll get a gargoyle up absolutely straight away, but didn't that time. That is the way the cookie crumbles. But we can use our 1,000 attack. Look at that. He's got 501 life and 107 armour. But does it matter? No. You are practically dead, mate. And gargoyle is absolutely going to finish you two off. And we can finish off that bottom troop very, very easily. On your way, mate. So yeah, really, really straightforward. Make sure you collect brown when you see it there to make sure you get a barrier every single time. If you get a bit reckless, you can get yourself in trouble. Just make sure you collect brown. Make sure you collect those rock solid barriers to keep your top troop safe. And it should be absolutely plain sailing. Now for the team using a mythic. This is a really fun team to use as well. Essence of Evil, Zernaborg, Hiking Irongut, and Sylvanan Mora. The troop in 4th place is kind of optional, but I really like this because it just entangles the first enemy on 4 of 5 gem matches. I know we can get the entangle with Essence of Evil, but Essence of Evil is here for a particular reason, and you're not always going to want to cast it on the top troop. And the reason is, it does inflict all the negative status effects on an enemy, which is super useful, as well as explode gems of their mana color, getting mana for the team. But with Hiking Irongut here, this is the kind of key to this. He's the angry, scoffer, hungry dude, dealing damage to an enemy with a chance to devour them equal to his attack and gain an extra turn. So with the buffs up in an attack you're going to get from your horde level on this, if you get your horde level at level 100 or more, you're guaranteed to get that devour, and it's going to happen literally every single time. But what if the enemy's impervious or indeed immune to devour? This is where Essence of Evil comes in. You simply cast that upon them and they will become devourable. Literally nobody is safe from this team. Nobody at all. And this is where Savannah Mora, like I said, is useful, because if we don't cast that on the top troop, we are subject to skull hits. But basically a 4-match will mean that we get the top troop entangled, which will happen automatically a lot of the time because Zernabog conjures a dust storm every turn, which is brown, and then we explode, or we create 10 brown gems first and explode magic +1 gems, which often creates a 4-match anyway because of the constant dust storm. That charges up the whole team really quick as well. So very, very straightforward team to use. Adjusted the class from this ever so slightly. You can use the mushroom banner for this one, +2 green, +1 brown, -1 red mushroom banner from Manethrax. And the class, still Geomancer, mostly the same as before, but I did change Stone Mastery to Tree of Knowledge. Gain enchant when matching green gems, which is pretty cool. Apart from that, it's the same, and same strategy, rock solid, very important, get a barrier when matching brown gems. So let's dive in there, see how this does. Should be very, very straightforward. Get a 50% start on our Zernabog, remember, at the same time. Look, it's charged up already, didn't even do anything. Just all that brown, charge them. You can do it again. We've got that Tree of Knowledge enchant thing and a barrier automatically without pretty much doing anything. If you don't know your troops that well, always best to check first, make sure they're not immune to devour or impervious. No one is safe here, so we can just go around scoffing anybody. Take out second, third or fourth troop. Top troop is entangled, so keep them that way. Then you can cast Essence of Evil on the second troop down. Scoff the one at the bottom. And we are in utter complete safety. Let's now cast Zernabog again. And repeat the process. This is so fast, it is just ludicrous. And Zernabog one more time. Didn't quite get High King Irongut. Who? High King Irongut charged up again, so we cast our Zernabog one more time. They're not touching us. They're dead. See you later. On your bike. Au revoir. Arrivederci. Etc. etc. Next level. Right, so next one. Right, see, this is where Essence of Evil really comes in useful. We check for immune to devours. So look, immune to devour, apparently. Immune to devour, apparently. Immune to devour, not for long. So we'll get that to get the barrier and a little tickle of a skull hit. Let's get this charged up. Let us next, what should we do next? We'll scoff the only non-devourable troop there. Like that. Let's cast this. Load of mana for the team. And let's start making those troops devourable. Let's chuck that on her first because she's annoying. Then let's get her scoffed. Charge up the team again. Oh, they've been changed to a frog because of the hex thing. See, I'm one of the players that don't mind that. That's actually saved me a cast. That's made things easy. There's frog. I don't mind the frog being there. Giant toad, whatever it is. Don't bother me at all. The way I see it is if the giant toad is a worse opponent than what was there before, then you're already in trouble. And there's going to come a point in the game where eventually you're going to want to upgrade it anyway, because your kingdom is going to be locked, because you need that one more kingdom to be, well, that one more weapon to be fully upgraded to unlock the next kingdom. Then you're going to have to do it at some point. And then you have to learn how to fight with that thing, sometimes changing to a giant toad. I've had it that way since you know, the first chance I had to upgrade it, I did it all the way. It didn't bother me. Don't mind it at all. So I basically learned how to cope with that, and how to fight with that, and how to live with that. And like I say, it's not a problem to me. If that troop now changed to a toad or something when I cast it, so what? I don't care. I can deal with a toad. And yeah, and as you can see, this is ridiculously straightforward to just blast your way through this level with this team. Like that. And there it is. Simple as that. That was level 500 on the hardest level. But there it is. There's 2 teams for you to play around with there. If you enjoyed this video, found anything about it really helpful or useful, that'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. And don't forget to share it amongst your guildmates and other players. It's word of mouth referrals like that which really help the channel out. But thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.